So I've been in sales for, well, since I was 12. And I am now 40, so that is 28 years. I've been in sales for 28 years, and it's what I've done my entire life. I started off selling ice cream cones, Dickey ice cream. I pedaled a little bike with the little jingle, jingle, jingle bell. I sold popcorn at the Coliseum. I slung peanuts. I sold hot dogs. I sold sneakers. I sold clothing. I sold furniture. I sold cars. I sold appliances. I sold electronics. I sold digital court recording equipment. I sold voice dictation machines to hospitals and to radiologists. I've sold real estate, homes, properties. Basically, I've sold everything. The real estate industry as a whole is very misunderstood by the general public. I'm actually shocked at how many people know so little about the truth about this industry. I came into the industry because I love it. I absolutely love real estate. I love everything about it. I love helping people find their dream homes. I have a passion for it. I didn't necessarily do it because I needed the money, because I already had a job. My wife and I love it. We went in it together. It was a passion. And I was absolutely, first of all, I was shocked because of how difficult it was to become a realtor. At least in this neck of the woods, to become a realtor, you've got to take a very intense course. From the instructor's point of view, what he told us, that it was a third-year university level course. And I can tell you, I mean, I only went to 1 year of university, but after being through the 1 year of university and talking to other people who took the course who did go to university, they confirmed that yes, in fact, it was at least a third-year level course to pass your real estate license these days. Once you pass your license, you have to do courses and training. It's nonstop. It goes on. The first year, in fact, I took every single course available. I went all over the place to take courses, to learn about this industry, to learn about proper marketing, to learn about the legal ins and outs, to learn about basically everything in a nutshell, as far as being a realtor and the legal ramifications behind helping a client buy and sell a house. Now, the one thing I did realize is that none of the courses teach you how to be a salesperson. And there are some realtors, like every other place in the world, like every other company in the world, like every other job in the world or career in the world, they're good, they're bad, they're ugly. Second thing that shocked me was how many people have a misconception about realtors. One, that all realtors are rich. That is the farthest thing from the truth. The second is that all realtors work part-time and they have all the weekends off and they don't do anything except, hang out and try to sell a house and do an open house once in a while. That, again, is the furthest thing from the truth, because I've worked in medical sales, I've worked in government sales, and I can tell you for a fact that real estate, I work more hours now than I've ever worked in my life, and I do more work now than I've ever done in my life, and I make less money than I did as compared to my other jobs. Is there opportunities in real estate to make a lot of money? Yes, there are. There are. The top 5% make all the money. That is a fact in this industry, like any other industry. If you work really, really hard and you're in the top 5 percentile, you're going to make a very good living. Then there's the rest of the people who sort of get by, and then there's a lot of people who don't make even close to enough, basically living on below poverty wages and have to get out of the industry completely. There's 300 realtors or so in this city alone, and I can tell you for a fact that 5% of those people are making a really good living. The rest are just kind of getting by, and a lot of them do it part-time, and a lot of them do just help their friends and families. But it is a hard job if you do it properly. It's a very difficult job. It takes a lot of work. I work morning, noon, and night. It never stops. The phone is always ringing. I'm always working on the next deal or helping the next client. Real estate is a great career choice if you've got a passion for it, and if you if you work it like a business. It's not something you can just play at, because if you're planning on coming into real estate, doing it full time, but doing it part time, it's not going to work. You've got to go at it, and you've got to work 100%. You've got to work very, very hard. There's a lot of companies out there that would lead you to believe that anybody can sell their home, and I can tell you again for an absolute fact that that's not the truth. That is not. That does not. I've heard horror stories about people who've tried to sell their homes themselves. There's safety issues and safety concerns in this city alone. There was someone who was selling their house privately with one of the private for sale by owner companies that is big in this city, and she ended up being accosted because she let a stranger into her house who she thought was going to buy her house, and she was, anyways, he went to court and went to jail for attempted rape. So that alone should be enough to hire a realtor. Consider this, at 5%, if I sell a $100,000 house at 5%, 2.5 of that goes to the buyer company, 2.5% of that goes to the seller company. Of that 2.5%, it again gets split, usually 50% for the seller and 50% for the company that he or she works for. And then you take out of that all of the expenses, the sign that they have to pay for, the business cards they have to pay for, the literature that they have to pay for, the marketing, the promotion, the newspaper, all of that stuff, and taxes. You can see that on average, transaction for a realtor, they usually end up with around $1,500 minus all their deductions. So there's not a whole lot of money there to be made unless you're selling a ton of houses. So think about that next time you're ready to trash a realtor, because most realtors that I know and the ones that I work with and the ones that are very, very good in this city, and there's a couple that are really, really good, they work very, very hard to make a good living. And they deserve respect. They are professionals. They are well trained. They are licensed, and they continue to be educated and are the best of the best. So I have nothing but good things to say about real estate, about the industry, because I know that it's a tough business to be in, and I don't regret going in it, but I'm telling you, it's not for the weak. I'm in Dieppe right now, just to show you what kind of place that I live in and why I love it here so much. I'm gonna roll down my window here. I'm not sure what's going on here. I'm here to pick up my daughter at dance, and there's some kind of a concert going on over here in the park, and this is just a typical Friday night. And Friday night in Dieppe. We're in Dieppe. The Greater Moncton area consists of Moncton, Riverview, Dieppe, and the outskirts and outlying areas. You can drive from here and 10 minutes be at the airport, 10 minutes be in Moncton, 10 minutes be in Riverview. So everything's 10 minutes away. And if you want to go anywhere, it's roughly 2 hours away. So 2 hours from here is Fredericton, 2 hours from here more or less is St. John, 2.5 hours more or less is Halifax, Nova Scotia. So really we're the hub city. That's why they call us the hub, because we're right in the middle. And so this is what's going on in my city tonight, and this is one of the reasons why I absolutely love it here. Across the street, I don't know if you can see, I can show you the market over there. Across the street is the farmer's market, and every Saturday and Sunday that place is just rocking, and we may end up there tomorrow. A little restaurant across the street called Cafe Archibald, which is a beautiful, beautiful little restaurant that I really am glad is there, that it's across the street from my daughter's dance studio. Behind us is Subway and Don Cherry's, and just a beautiful little spot to be. And as you can see, it's a great place to live. There's lots of culture. There's lots of community going on here. And it's just a beautiful spot. Greater Moncton. Great place to be. If you want to live here, give me a call. I might be able to help you out.